We are not in a bubble. I think we're in a very growth phase of a Bitcoin, massive big Bitcoin bull market. I think we are probably going to go up to about 500,000 on Bitcoin in this Trump administration. And we could get there really quickly. We could, I would estimate we're probably going to get to about 250, 300,000 next year. But we could get to 500,000 next year. I mean, it's possible. And I certainly wouldn't bet against it in the next 4 years. I think it's kind of likely.
Wall Street expert Fred Krueger, a Stanford-trained mathematician, forecasts Bitcoin could hit $500,000 during this Trump administration. Critics may call Bitcoin a bubble, but Krueger sees increasing global adoption as the driving force behind a booming bull market. With nations embracing Bitcoin as a hedge against uncertainty, it's on track to grow significantly and become a stable global currency. Don't miss this next clip, where Krueger shares his long-term outlook for Bitcoin. Also, if you enjoy listening to crypto-related content, please show your support by liking and subscribing to this channel by following the link in my bio. And get access to my free daily crypto updates and expert predictions direct to your inbox. Each newsletter contains market intelligence, on-chain data and latest updates from experts in the crypto space. All of this is available completely free of charge. Signing up only takes a moment and you can always change your mind later on. Now back over to Fred Krueger.
I really want to talk about bubbles because I don't think we're really in what I would consider a true bubble yet. And what is a true bubble? Well, I've seen really three major true bubbles in my life. And what I would call a true bubble is when everybody believes the new narrative. So I'm going to tell the three bubbles that I've seen. I think you'll agree that Bitcoin is not one of these bubbles. The first bubble I saw in Japan in 1990. I was doing a lot of business in Japan at that point. I was working for Greenwich Capital Markets, and earlier before that at Salomon Brothers. And I was going back and forth between New York and Tokyo a lot. And the reason I was doing it is because Japan had all the money in 1989, 1990. And everybody in Japan believed that the Empire of the Rising Sun would overtake the U.S. as the leading power. It was a crazy time. And, financial engineering, otherwise known as Zytec, had replaced what actually companies used to be doing, like making cars and watches and motorcycles and everything else. And so the entire economy had become this kind of financial engineering Ponzi scheme. But it was completely universal. Everybody believed that Japan was going to completely take over the world and that America was doomed. So that was 1990. And of course, I think it was December of 1990, basically everything came to a complete halt. And we started going very quickly in reverse. And the stock market, the Nikkei was at 40,000 and it fell all the way down to about 10,000. So it really didn't recover for about 30 years. It was just the ultimate bubble. The second big bubble, of course, was the stock market.com bubble of 1999. And again, everybody in 1999, the universal consensus was the internet was the new thing. In fact, that was the title of Michael Lewis's book. Everybody got on board this idea. Everybody wanted in. And you had this phenomena of everybody leaving Wall Street to go work at dot-coms. It was kind of the new gold rush. So, again, very similar to Japan in 1990. It's very universal. Every single person believed in .com and the internet, and the only question was, how do I get in on this gold rush? Another 8 years later, in 2007, the exact same thing was true for real estate. Every single person you met was buying houses, remodeling them, and flipping them. Banks and brokers were offering these things called ninja loans, no income, no jobs. And this was completely illustrated by the movie The Big Short. The epicenter of this mania was Florida, but everywhere you looked, it looked like some kind of bubble. Now, if I take those three things, 1990, 1999, 2007, do we have a similar situation today with Bitcoin? And I would say absolutely not.
Thanks for watching. Please don't forget to subscribe for news and expert predictions direct to your inbox.